let's also try and understand how the sugar prices are moving. We have Mr. Chaturvedi back with us on the phone line. Mr. Chaturvedi, want to understand from you of how the pricing trend has been. What are you expecting with respect to, let's say, the next 6 to 12 months, how the pricing is expected to be?
So let me first complete the question which you had asked when I was actually on the ethanol. On the ethanol, we do not see any reason why the ethanol thrust would reduce with crude oil prices coming down, for the simple reason that India's dependence on imports of energy is something like 85%, and we see no reason why the government will slow down. And the other thing which I thought I'll put across to you is the oil marketing companies pay the sugar or distilleries about 65 rupees or thereabouts per liter. Whereas as a consumer, we pay something like 105 to 110 rupees. So there's no element of subsidy involved, with the results that now this year the government's target is about 12% blending. And they're very, very close to achieving that. So I see no reason why the ethanol blending program would suffer. Now, coming to your question on the sugar prices, as far as the domestic sugar is concerned, I think India is largely insulated from the world, because whatever was the export quota, that is already practically done with. We had a quota of about 6 million tons for the country, and I think that is more or less done. So internationally, the prices are relatively firm, and that's largely because Asia seems to be producing much less sugar. In fact, Indian sugar production is also now likely to be closer to about 33 million tons, as against the original idea of about 36. China is also around 9 million tons, and Thailand, which was talked about at in excess of 12 million tons, now seems to be stuttering at around 11 million tons. So all these things are making the international prices strong. India, the values would probably remain more or less the same.
Sure.
Or as going to the off-season, value should actually improve a bit.
Sure. Yeah. So prices remain firm, and if at all there's a positive bias. Mr. Chaturvedi, quickly before we let you go, there's a clamor on the street that there is a case to be made to increase the export quota. Is there anything that you are hearing on the ground regarding the same?
No, we certainly would like the export quota to increase, but the fact remains that this is an election year. And with so many states going for election and the political class very worried in terms of inflation, and that's the reason why you find the central banks jacking up interest rates. So I do not see government releasing extra quota. If it comes, it's welcome, because that will help the domestic prices also to firm up a bit. But I'm not too gung-ho on that.
Chaturvedi, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon and giving us an understanding on the sugar space.